And welcome to episode 133 of Two Idiots Reading Comics. Today we're talking about Y the Last Man Standing, Volume 2, and that's going to be our continuous for the next foreseeable future. But while we got here, like, share, subscribe, all the platforms. Leave a good review if you're on a podcast platform. Really help us out and spread the word. Yeah, that's it. Let's get in the show. And welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. My name's Ryan Talmadge. This is Davis Crocker. This is Two Idiots Reading Comics. And today we are reading Y the Last Man, not
Correct.
Standing.
No standing.
Like I messed up in the Davis so actually did politely point out it's not standing. But yeah, Y the Last Man. You specifically asked for this one. Any reason why?
I did. So right before Christmas, I was at our comic book store in Huntsville.
Your comic book store.
Well, my comic book store. Just kind of browsing, looking for my uncle-in-law present. Just kind of figuring out what he might like. Oh. And I came across the deluxe editions of The Last Man.
Actually, very nice looking.
Yeah. We've got number 2. Number 1 didn't come in time. For the video.
Yes. Also, not what we're reading today. We're reading volume 2. But your deluxe editions will have.
Yeah, my deluxe edition has all of our credits and shit. Yeah. But it's really cool. Black interior. Mm-hmm. Everything's pressed in. There's no actual color on the hard surface.
Yeah.
Really cool. Different way of doing it.
Also, it has the Vertigo logo instead of
the Vertigo.
Black Label.
Yeah, this is the original logo, not logo, original producer
imprint.
Yeah.
Because DC, God forbid, they have something R-rated on their logo on it.
So I was just looking around and I saw him in the store, and I didn't get the deluxe editions at that time.
Yeah.
But I got him the floppy version of Volume 1.
Wow.
And it actually was. It must have been like an omnibus thing, because it was 1 through 10 in the floppy form.
Oh, it was trade deluxe edition?
I guess so, because
That's
when
weird.
I picked it up and I looked at it and I thumbed to where we read, I'm like, wait, okay, I haven't read that, and it was in the floppy.
Oh.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But at that point, there was 5 or 6 of them, and I only have 3 hardcovers, so I need to go look and make sure.
There are 5.
I need to go look and see if there's more. If so, I'll go ahead and order them.
Because I didn't want you to sit there and wait for your Amazon order to come in.
Oh, no.
Especially when I looked on Amazon or on Comixology.
It was free, yeah.
Because it had the different, if you wanted to read the issues, paper trades, and then
the
deluxe. Yeah. And when I got to the deluxe, that could have been 3 or 2 omnibuses.
Yeah.
But there were 5 options on there.
But yeah, I read it because it was free on Comixology.
Yeah.
I just saw it. I was like, man, I remember us talking about it pretty well, and how we wanted to read the story on more of them.
Yeah.
Year 1. Was this a year? I honestly don't remember when it was, but it was definitely quite a while back.
I thought you were just on a Brian K. Vaughan kick.
Well, and
because we are doing Saga Volume 10.
Slightly on a Brian K.
Although
kick. At the time, I didn't. I suggested this before I realized Saga already had a Volume 10 out.
Yeah. Yeah. So half of, or
2 of the 5 this month.
2 of the 5 this month are Brian K. Vaughan.
Yeah. Hellboy definitely not. TMNT no, and Batman Harley Quinn no.
No. But yeah. I was gonna talk to you about something. Dang. CTE.
CTE's rough, man.
Yeah. We do have our quiz coming up later.
Woohoo!
We'll
see how that goes this month, folks. I'm not calling any shots.
No, I wouldn't either. I have to flip it on you. I just got back, or I just got my first paycheck with no out of town pay on it. And
those paychecks hurt.
I need to flip the order that way and start canceling out what you want. So I need to either get 2 or 3, because I know what I want. I need to get either 2 or 3, just so I can cash out this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is something I was going to talk about, but we talked about Star Wars last episode.
Not
so
really.
Kinda.
Well, we just talked about being at Hollywood.
Well, this is like,
or not Hollywood, but down at Disney.
I'm gonna save it for another episode.
All right. You want to write it down, make sure we don't forget?
Well, I already know because last night while I was eating dinner, I was waiting for wrestling to come on. It was either Wednesday or last night. I don't know. The movie they had on before was Force Awakens, and I just like it's a lot of wasted potential there.
Yeah, it's a lot of wasted.
But I feel like we complain about Star Wars a lot. So.
Yeah, we do. We can say it for another week.
All right. Well, let's just get in the book then.
All right.
We'll go super long this week. We do have a quiz; those take long. So
yeah. So, I went back and I had to check on Volume 1 again because I honestly kind of forgot about.
I did not, but the context clues get you there.
Oh yeah, the context clues help you out. But before we get too deep into everything, let's go find some credits. Oh, that's interesting. It's that way.
What?
Yeah, so it's like in the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way. So we've got our writer, Brian K. Vaughan. Our pencilers, Paya Guerrera, Goran Parlov, and Paul Chadwick. Our inkers, Jose Marzan Jr. Colorists, Pomelo Rambo and Zailano. Letterer, Clem Robinson. Yep. So, and that'll, of course, is reading out of the deluxe edition for book 2. That will be the same artists and everything for book 1. Maybe 1 or 2 difference, but Vertigo. I mean, what we've noticed on our indie comics, they don't change too much, issue to issue like DC and Marvel. You could have
this was a DC imprint. So.
Well, but when it came out, it was still
it was
not
still
DC, was it?
Well, they called it Vertigo so that they were afraid people would, if they saw DC on it, and they were like, it's basically, hey, Vertigo is our R-rated imprint.
Oh, okay.
And so before people were cool with that and DC was like a kid's thing, they just put Vertigo on it. And that's how they got out there.
Oh, instead of calling it the Black Label or whatever. Now.
Yeah, and then they had a lot of comics do very well out of that imprint, and they were like, well, we can't afford to not have DC on this.
We need to take it back.
Because, I mean, it had Watchmen, Why the Last Man, 100 Bullets. I think we've read like a bunch out of it. Actually.
Yeah, we've done the 100 Bullets.
There's more. I can't remember. Go famous Vertigo books, I guess. I know there's more. Oh, I think what's the Gotham Central? I think was a Vertigo title.
Hellblazer apparently.
Oh, Hellblazer.
88 to 2013.
How did we forget about Hellblazer?
We Three, Preacher, Wild the Last Man, War Story, Transmetropolitan, Scalped.
Some of those sound familiar.
Yeah.
I've definitely heard of Transmetropolitan.
But yeah, way more. Sandman.
Yeah, Sandman. How did we forget about Sandman?
Yeah, I know. It's just because you don't think about it. I mean, it's just because when you think of Sandman now, you just think of DC. I mean,
that's when people are like, they really wish they were like in the middle of reprinting like some either omnibus or deluxe edition.
Yeah,
and like somewhere in between, that's when they swapped Vertigo to Black Label.
Yeah, and so it screws
people
up
are
the bind.
people are aggravating because on the spine,
it'll screw
like the first 3 say Vertigo and the rest say DC
Doom
Black
Patrol
Label.
in 93 to 95. Scalp sounds very familiar. It looks like an Indian Native American, and that's the top ones.
I've never heard of it, but it just makes me think of Inglourious Bastards.
But yeah, I mean, they're crediting Why the Last Man as one of the major titles after its initial hits wrapped up their runs. Yeah. I mean, shit, Why the Last Man ran from 2002 to 2008.
Yeah.
That was a good run.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely see why.
We've read other Brian K. Vaughan books. It's like, you also have... Did he do Fables?
I have a feeling he did.
Which I think was also Vertigo. Or was that Image?
I think that was Image.
But I mean, you think Saga, Why the Last Man. I think Fables. I could be wrong.
Of course, we got Saga, Paper Girls.
Paper Girls. That's
The Paper Saga, Paper Girl. Just I can't. The one title is. They're literally creating him with each volume, of course.
Oh Lord.
Runaways.
Yeah, that did pretty decent for Image.
We Stand on Guard.
I don't know that one.
Wolverine. He did Wolverine Logan in 08. Absolute Y, The Last Man.
Oh, that's just their Absolute Edition is like their oversized. Comes out.
That's right. He did Walking Dead in 2020.
Oh, I guess he did like one of those.
Yeah. Ex Machina in 2010. He did a Doctor Strange. Cool. But no,
I'll tell you
didn't
what,
do Fables.
Yorick is a real bitch. You know that?
Dude, I don't remember.
I don't remember him being such a bitch.
I kind of look back at Volume 1 just so I could get
because he was like trying
to
for his girlfriend, but
Bill Willingham did Fables.
Okay.
But yeah, I look back at Volume 1 just so I could get a few, just kind of just refresh my memory.
Yeah.
And he was not that much of a bitch in Volume 1.
But when he like immediately runs in that house, it's like they're all criminals. I'm like,
yeah,
all criminals that saved your fucking life.
Dude, you were just smooching on this chick and sitting there talking about, no, I've got a girlfriend, I want to be, and then it's like, nah, fuck it, I'm just gonna kiss her.
And then it's just like, at the same time, kind of the apocalypse has happened, and you're just like, oh my god, they're fucking criminals. We gotta leave.
Yeah, I know. It's like
who the fucking cares,
dude? You just watched people get murdered. You've watched a lab get burned down.
Your sister's missing a tit.
That's still
but
like the whole time, the Amazonian woman, the leader, is like she's definitely crazy.
Which I know you can't make like Yorick just like a super manly man.
No,
because that's like not the point of this book.
But they're also making him seem like the typical white dude that is misogynist. Like there's definitely some points in there like where he's misogynist, dumb, the stereotypical just male
who only thinks like doesn't think before he says shit.
Yeah, and it's like definitely it's like I mean he makes the comment, he's like, man, I really thought it'd be fun being the only dude left in the world, and every dude has had that fantasy before, and then he even realizes by the time the volume ends, it's like, dude, this is fucked.
Yeah,
like fuck this. This is
horrid. I mean, every time we thought about it, we never thought about a feminist army.
Literally trying to kill you every 5 fucking minutes. This one definitely, it seemed like we focused on Yorick, 355 and the Doctor for 90% of the story.
Oh yeah.
Where in Volume 1 you kind of had to build the world. You had to set the world up, and it got kind of crazy. And I enjoyed just following a little bit, going, okay, how is the world reacting?
It was better,
each time he finds somewhere, it's completely different than where he left.
Oh yeah, it was like a way more focused story.
Yeah. What still is killing me, and I guess the Amazonian woman really puts it into context, is like how hard it is for the world to adjust to the new world order. And the Amazonian woman really puts it into perspective, like, or at the beginning, there's that big, like, kind of a page where it says, like, 95% of the world population, 95% of, like, billionaires were males, they're gone.
Oh, yeah.
Workers.
The thing that got me was
pilots,
the thing that got me was the pilots thing. Yeah. It was like, all these planes crashed because 98% of pilots are dudes.
Yeah.
And
trains wrecked. Truckers.
We can't, like, we're not being able to ship a whole lot right now.
Yeah.
But no, I was like, hell yeah, these chicks in prison didn't waste no, like, they got together, they got organized, and they're like, we've been fucking fine. We're running. Yeah. We got our electricity back up, all that shit.
Now, what was crazy is when they were like, yeah, the government's here, and it's like all this shit. And it's like, ooh, what are y'all? Like, are y'all like expatriates from the Soviet Union or something? And then it just comes out.
In the middle of Ohio.
Yeah, in the middle of Ohio. And it was just like, oh, no, we're just a bunch of convicts that got let out. I was like, I was kind of hoping for more. Like I was hoping for like,
I was fine with it.
oh, it was fine. I mean, it's
because
no
we already
problem.
had like the all women team from Israel
And,
in there, like
yeah,
hunting us down or hunting Yorick
Yorick
down.
down,
It's just like,
and we still don't know why. Like, is it to kill him or to bring the population back?
remember, she's the one that brought, because in the beginning it was the Yorick's necklace and then her necklace
Ring. It was York's ring to
and
give to
her
his
necklace
fiance. The
can't be in
necklace
the same.
355 was trying to smuggle out. 355 went to get a woman,
Yeah,
and when they got there, the woman got killed by an execution team.
Yeah.
She took the necklace, and that's what was on the plane.
yeah, but it can't be in the same country, or it was like some type.
It
of
was like the
curse.
second it left Israel or wherever she was, everything happened. Air quote. Like,
Oh, I thought it had to be. I thought it couldn't be in the same border or something
well, if
because
that's the case,
why.
Yorick has the necklace and the ring are in the same location currently.
Yeah, but that's what caused it. It was when as soon as she hit like American airspace, or it was either
Well, we still
it was
don't.
either left Israel, but then it was like, well, how does that play with Yorick's ring? So
Well, we still don't know because I look back and like when it happens, there was 4 events that all happened in the last 4 seconds.
yeah,
Like there's a countdown clock,
uh,
and it was Yorick asked his girlfriend to marry him
Yeah.
with the ring.
but he said he bought it at like some
At-
ancient like
Yeah.
antique store or something.
Maybe there were only 3. There was 4 events. I don't remember the 4th one. The other one was 355 crossing Israel airspace
Yeah,
with the necklace, and then the doctor giving birth to her cloned child.
is that Dr. Mann?
Yeah, Dr. Mann. Remember?
I don't remember
she
that
go.
part
I
at
know. She goes
Is
to
that
the
what's going to be
hospital.
waiting for him in San Francisco?
That's dead. I think she was giving birth to a
Oh.
male, and all the men died at the exact moment.
Okay.
So we don't exactly know. We assume it's the necklace and the ring,
Mhm.
but we don't exactly know.
Now I did kind of miss their mom, like running shit, having to like run shit at the White House.
Yeah, but she's not the president. It's the Secretary of Agriculture is the president. She was the weird, literally skinny, almost redhead one
Okay.
that showed up. Remember all the women were standing, drawn
Yeah.
down on each other?
Yeah.
It's her that is the president.
Okay.
And she's like just a secretary. She's either a
She's
secretary of
probably-
the House or the
I think
Senate.
she's like the vice president now.
now, probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just I don't know. There's still so many questions. It's
Yeah.
like
I mean, I
now we're
definitely-
going to travel all the way across the country to this other secret lab
Yeah.
and try to figure out how to
Yeah. I don't,
clone you.
or figure out what kept you alive, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, what did you think about the Russian woman that kept popping up every 15, 20 pages or so? Did you catch that?
what,
So it was this crazy woman that kept popping up saying the Soyuz capsule's going to crash in Kansas and this is going to crash and they're coming to
I
Earth.
saw it once, but I thought it was
She
was
popped
at
up
the
I think
train
3
track in
times.
Boston.
Yeah, she popped up 3 times. I
I
think
only saw it
2 or
once.
3. Well, they drug her off the train when
Yeah.
York and them were getting on the train. Yeah.
At the end.
At the end, when York and them are getting on
Yeah.
the train, and that woman that's being drug off,
Yeah.
that's her, the same one that a little earlier was talking about the Soyuz. Something was crashing into
Yeah.
Kansas.
As they were like interrogating everybody at the train, as the Amazons were interrogating
Yes.
everyone, and then
And then she showed up again at the
Okay.
end, too. That's the one they were dragging off because she shouldn't have been on the train.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, you should, because the last page is the astronauts in the space station.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and there's 2 males.
yeah, but how's that? Like, if they come down, do they automatically die or what?
That's
I
the
don't know.
question. I mean,
That
The-
makes sense now.
yeah. I mean,
But
so
why
she
is this-
knew.
Why is this like Nostradamus person getting drug everywhere?
Well, I would imagine
Is it just
is
foreshadowing,
she
or
was
play a bigger
she was
role?
probably with the team in Russia, the astronautic team,
Uh,
because it's it's the space station.
Yeah.
And I would assume she was a part of the team in Russia as the astronaut crew, not the crew that went up space, but like as the ground crew.
yeah.
And she knows it's going to land in Kansas
Yeah.
if they left, so she's trying to get to Kansas.
How insane that there's just an international space station where it's like
Dude, don't even get
we
me
just fucking
yeah.
share that with everybody.
Yeah. I think at one time
Didn't China make a big fuss about it? Like,
Well, China was with it. They
were about to detach their section or something.
They tried to, and then because of some rule and treaties they signed, they can't.
The satellite's not that big.
No, it's like not even bigger than maybe 2,000 square feet.
Yeah,
like it's not large.
No.
And they ended up, I think, creating their own space station, whether it's in service yet or not.
I'm sure we have our own too.
Well, Russia is leaving at the end of 23, I believe. They will no longer send Russian support.
Are people just tired of space?
Probably. I mean, shit, what else are they going to do?
I like space.
Space is cool, but hell, we're supposed to be sending somebody to the moon by 24.
Why? We've already
done Again, a great question.
Are we going to go study the dark side?
I guess.
Where it gets like super
if we've ever been to the moon in the first place.
I think we have.
Yeah, I think we have to. I think, yes, I could see how it's a big play and like,
no, one of my,
it's fake, but at the same time,
one of my papers on, remember our freshman year we had to take a writing class.
Yeah, that's
one of mine was like we had to disprove a conspiracy or prove a conspiracy.
Prove a conspiracy,
and I disproved or I guess I proved the moon landing.
The MythBusters had a great episode.
It was something about it was like, people were like, why is there no stars? They forgot to put stars up.
Yeah.
It's like, no, the light reflecting off the surface of the moon.
It's too bright.
You can't see fucking stars.
It's like living in the city.
And then there was something people were like, there's no way film would dissolve in that low of a temperature.
Yeah.
And then they literally put it in a freezer and it was okay.
The best one I remember from MythBusters is so if you look at the shadows, there's like shadows going different ways.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, that's because they had lights shining like a film crew set.
Yeah.
And many people, like, they came out and they said, well, the lights at that time were nowhere near powerful to be able to cast shadows in different directions.
Also,
that is literally the sun bouncing off this rock that caused that rock, because it's pure white. There's no atmosphere, so it's literally just blinding.
Also, I'm pretty sure a Hollywood film crew would know to like keep their light source on one side.
Exactly. I mean, there's too many errors that if a film crew was truly doing it, there would be no error. Like, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
It would be too clean.
Especially if it needed government approval.
Exactly. Now, I'm not saying there aren't any government conspiracies that are true. It's a great one. It's like, there's a comedian.
Didn't like some files just come out about JFK, and they basically admitted that the CIA killed JFK?
No, I haven't seen that one.
I think like they're pretty close.
Jeez.
Or no, there was a law passed where they had to release all the files.
Well, after so many years, every classified file has to be released.
Yeah, and then they held back like 500 of them.
Jeez.
And they're like, "Why are y'all holding these back?" And they're like,
"We have to.
Yeah, we're just."
Like, we can't let you have them.
Like, we can't answer that question.
We cannot answer that question.
Yeah.
We plead the fifth. We're just burn it all.
Yeah.
There's a great, I can't remember the comedian's name, but he's like, to believe in conspiracy theories for some people is crazy. Some people that believe in some are crazy.
Well, yeah, the dumb ones.
But the people that you truly need to question are the ones that don't believe there are any conspiracy theories. Because he's like, I'm a parent. I've lied to my kid a lot to protect it.
Oh, I think that was Roy Jones Jr.
Black guy, kind of short and
who is also he's from Birmingham.
Oh, really?
Because I saw a funny clip. He was talking about someone asked him, was like, "You're from Birmingham? Why are you a Dolphins fan?" He's like, "Because in the ghetto, what colors you wear matter." He's like,
blue. Yeah.
He's like, you can't wear blue or red. And so there go the Falcons, Cowboys,
Titans,
like half the fucking teams in the NFL. He was like, then you can't wear in Birmingham, you can't wear these colors and these colors. And he's like, you know what color ain't no gangs wearing? He said fucking aqua and teal. He's like, so there we go, fucking Dolphins.
But yeah, and then like his final thing was like, if you don't believe that they haven't lied to you at some point, you're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I almost proxy war in the Ukraine, but whatever.
But
I'm torn on that one though, because I also have all those years of Russian propaganda crammed in my head. Like
Sure.
Rocky 4 and
yeah.
what's that high school movie? Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. Yeah. That they then made with
and then Miracle on Ice.
Drake and Josh Peck was in it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wolverine.
But yeah, dude, this is fun.
It is fun.
I'm glad they did finally. I mean, not did finally. This is literally volume 2.
Yeah.
They followed Yorick.
Yeah.
We still get the crazy, still holding you at the end with the cliffhangers of the Israelis just stole a Black Hawk.
Yeah.
On American soil.
Mm.
We still have some American in office
I
telling
think it's
them where
gonna be his
Yorick is.
mom.
I think it is. But how would she know that he was exactly in Ohio?
355 has to update her.
No shit.
Yeah.
355 is updating someone.
Yeah.
And then she's that makes sense.
But
still don't know whether they're trying to kill him or not.
No, no idea. I am glad. Like, I went into this being like, oh, okay, I guess we'll read this again.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm like, all right, cool. Like,
yeah. Like at first, I suggested him like
next month, let's go.
Like I suggested, I was like, all right, and we'll read it. We'll see what happens. And then I was like, okay, all right. I'm glad we.
Yeah. The real question: did you watch the TV show?
No.
On Hulu.
Not gonna lie, I forgot it even came out.
So apparently, a lot of people did because it got canceled.
One season.
Yeah.
Just like Paper Girls.
Yeah.
Or Dolls. Yeah, Paper Girls.
I remember. I watched like they dropped the first 3, and then the rest came out, and I don't know. I watched like the first 4, and then was just like, never went back to it. I also don't watch a lot of. It was on Hulu, and I don't.
Hulu's so hard.
I don't pay for the ad-free version of Hulu, so it's, for me to watch something is really hard.
We're mooching off of my wife's parents' Hulu Live, but we don't get the Hulu Live. We're like on we can watch the library part, and like I always forget Hulu's there.
I don't know. I've got the Disney Plus bundle, so I have it, but I'm just like.
But again, I mean, you don't think about going to Hulu to watch stuff.
I mean, there's like some decent stuff on there. I think the best thing Hulu's made so far is that movie, that Stuck in a Time Loop movie with Andy Samberg.
I wanted to watch that. I never watched it.
It's fucking good.
It's pretty much like a Groundhog Day, but with 2 people.
Yeah, and it's 2 degenerate drunks. Yeah. But yeah, and then like randomly in a really funny movie about 2 degenerates, and you're just like rooting for them to fall in love and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a good love movie. But yeah, that, and then I think the best decision they ever made was partnering with FX.
Oh yeah,
because they have all their shows. Like
I know, if I'm I'm just reading, I'll turn on How I Met Your Mother on there.
Oh, the only
and then
background TV I will watch is Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I've never even watched. I've seen pieces of parts of it.
Once you get over the part that like, oh, they're all supposed to be assholes, so you don't really root for any of them.
Yeah,
and then it's just like, oh, they're all fucking really dumb now, and it's funny as shit. And since they're supposed to be assholes, they get away with a lot of shit that would get normal people canceled.
We watch like the new episodes of seasons that are coming out. 911, Lone Star, Grays, shit like that. We'll like watch that week's episode that came out. But other than that, like actual Hulu TV, definitely not something on there.
Yeah. So it's still like, I'll read this before I go back and watch that. But
jeez.
Yeah. Volume 3 next month.
Damn right.
All that being said, I do owe you something.
Woohoo! Let's see it.
It's a lot bigger than I thought.
It's fucking huge.
Venom?
Woo-hoo.
Is that the I don't even think that's the cover I ordered, to be honest.
I don't think it is. It looks like the King in Black cover.
It's Venom, but
it's definitely the Venom. Look on even the back has the King in Black.
Well, yeah, that's like the big
him sitting in the chair. Yeah.
Apparently it made a lot of people mad. All the other Venom omnibus say Venom, like they put
Ven Omnibus. Yeah,
and this one they didn't.
They didn't. Yeah, which is kind of odd.
That's a way cooler cover than the one I think I ordered.
I love it so much more.
But yeah, big ass motherfucker.
Yeah,
there you go.
Woohoo!
No more Harry Potter questions for you. That being said, I guess it's my turn.
It's your turn. No more calling skunks before a questionnaire is asked.
Nope.
Because we're, I think, 0 for 3 each on that.
Yep.
So this week, I went with it a little differently.
Okay.
I have a combination quiz for you. There are...
June 13th, 2008.
Nope.
Okay.
There are...
He left the laptop open to his last...
But that was we were looking at that when we were talking about the last episode.
2. We were? 2.
There is 1 Pokemon question.
Okay.
3 Batman questions.
Goddamn.
And 1 One Piece question.
Oh, how? What? Can I get a story arc for the One Piece?
Generic overall question.
Because I'm not all the way caught up.
Yeah. It's a generic overall question.
Can I get pre or post time skip?
I don't even know what that means.
God damn it. Okay.
Do you want to know what they are?
Can you give me subcategories?
Pokemon is an actual creature, like one of the Pokemon.
Okay. Is that like reading a description of it?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Are you asking about like something that happened either in a game or a show, or what generation it belongs to, or are you reading a description of a Pokemon and I have to guess what it is?
It is. This Pokemon does something.
Okay. I mean, I will most likely go with that one, but let me hear the other ones.
2 of the Batman is about a specific character.
Okay.
One question, like one question about this character, the other
Books,
question about this character. One's a movie and one's the comic.
Okay.
Is OG comics, and the third is about an actor and actress in the movies.
Give me the Pokemon.
What is the only Pokemon to be able to devolve?
What?
What is the only Pokemon to be able to devolve?
Can I get a generation?
1.
There is
Pretty sure that's 1.
No Pokemon that can devolve in Gen 1.
Yep, got it.
Is it Gen 1? Did you find this on a website?
Yes, and I just looked it up again.
Is it the website that said there was 25 types?
No.
Oh my, devolve.
Yes,
Okay.
it is a Generation 1 Pokemon.
That can devolve?
That can devolve.
I mean, the only thing I can remotely think of is like a Slowpoke evolves when the Shelter gets on it, but they can't then just jump off the Slowbro. Mew and Mewtwo can't do it. None of the legendary birds can. Work my way down the Pokedex. None of the starters. None of the birds. None of the bugs. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm getting stumped on a Pokemon question. This is frustrating.
Put it this way. Did you know that Pokemon could even devolve?
They can't.
I found it now on 3 websites.
Devolve. It's got to be like some stupid loophole I'm just not thinking about. Why would a Pokemon devolve in the first place? And how, like, they can't. I have a feeling I'm going to dispute this one.
You actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 answers could be possible.
There are not 5 Pokemon that can devolve.
According to this, there are 5 possible answers.
I dispute this.
All right.
Maybe a fossil?
Give me an answer. Give me a Pokemon.
There are 5 fossil Pokemon in Gen 1. So, like Aerodactyl, Kabutops, Kabuto, Ammonite, and Amistar?
No, not one of those.
Okay, well, that was... There is no Pokemon that can devolve, and there's only 3 Eevee evolutions. Ditto?
No.
What?
I'll give you one more chance. Then we can...
There is no...
I will not give you an answer.
Are we consider...
Where are you going?
There are Pokemon... It's not devolving, but there are Pokemon that get baby forms in Gen 2.
No.
So it's not like...
It's not that. No, it's not that.
Because like a Jinx gets a Smoochum.
No, yeah.
Stuff like that.
No.
The moon Pokemon Clefairy and Clefable do some weird shit. But I don't think they can. God damn. This is... I feel like this is wrong. Pokemon... They're Gen 1.
Yeah.
Then again, I would...
One of them might be questionable, but the main one that has popped up on every search is a Gen 1.
I'm going to have to go with, like, the slow poke, slow king line, because that's, like, the only... It has such weird ways to evolve.
I need one Pokemon.
I'm going to say... And it's not the fossils? Oh, my God. What?
I cannot take a line of Pokemon. You will need to pick one.
Well, obviously it would be... It can devolve. It is Gen 1. You said it wasn't, did it? No. I don't think there's Pokemon that can devolve, so I'm just going to say... Slowbro.
You know what? You can go suck a massive cock.
Is it Slowbro?
It's that in every one I've searched, Slowbro's the number one answer.
It cannot devolve. I mean, let me start. I want to see that.
If
take it off the rest of the quiz, but show me the website.
Let me move this real quick.
The only thing, I mean, but they've never taken like when a Slowpoke in Gen 1 terms. Slowpoke can either evolve... It can evolve into a Slowbro by having a shelter clamp onto its tail.
Correct.
And then it evolves into a Slowbro, but there is never a Pokemon that is what evolves from the shell... Technically is part of the shelter that is biting its tail. That never comes off. And is never classified as its own Pokemon.
So currently, I have it up on Bulba Garden. Okay. It's apparently like wiki for Pokemon.
Well, that'd be Bulbapedia. Yeah.
Sure. And there's another one on Pokemon Database.
That's a reputable source.
It's one answer is according to here and other information, here are the Pokemon that devolve and the means by which they do. Slowbro, if the shelter falls off, it turns back into Slowpoke. Executor, if the eggs fall off, they turn into Execute. Execute.
Oh, I guess I could see that, but I didn't.
Kyogre. That's the only one I didn't. Did you call that one out as a prehistoric Pokemon? Kyogre.
I have to see it spelled. Is that on the website?
Kyogre. Yeah, it's on.
Kyogre.
Yeah, I don't know how you.
Kyogre and Groudon. Okay, because of the remakes of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they do have primal forms, is what they call it. But I wouldn't. Eevee, through unnatural means in Pokemon Adventures, and Eevee modified by Team Rocket can devolve and re-evolve. Oh, that's like a deep cut anime.
Yeah. Now, go to the next page over.
And
that show the
Bulbapedia.
Yeah. And that apparently says where Slowpoke has devolved before.
Where?
So in this top one, in this top one,
due to devolving being impossible within games and anime. See, that's where.
But comic count.
In most media, I've only read the first 3 volumes of the manga,
course,
so.
Yeah. Shit, man, I saw Devolve and I checked on 4 websites and they all agreed that it could happen.
That's when I was like, this ran through my head. I was like, ain't no way he's talking about de-evolution, spray the card. This is the trainer card.
Yeah, that wasn't. No.
You play it and you can devolve one of your Pokemon.
No, in the game.
Pokemon.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about that.
I was like, ain't no way. But
Nah.
okay,
Yeah,
so
you
I guess
still
I need.
somehow muscled your fucking way into it.
I guess I need to read more of the manga, which I have the first 4 collected versions.
Yeah, somehow you fucking muscled your way into it.
Because that's the only thing I could think of. Now, Primal Kyogre and Groudon, once they said that is technically Gen 3. But once they said that, I was like, okay. And then the Executor kind of makes sense, but I've never seen it fall off before.
Well, like it said, it only happens in
the manga.
In the manga,
Okay.
it's either in the manga or just it happens somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm one. I'm at $40.
So again, okay, all that around the world, how the fuck did you come up with Slowbro? Out of all the fucking Pokemon,
Because that's the
why
only.
was Slowbro the one you picked?
Because I was like, well, if it's not the fossil, because I was like, I
definitely see
once
where
you
the,
said
where
it
the
wasn't the
fossils,
fossils.
I
Because I was
definitely
like,
see where the fossils could
well, if
be
a
one because
Kabutops
they could have
gets-
been weird.
I was like, well, if a Kabutops gets caught like they did to become fossil, if they get caught in some type of storm or in a rock or whatever,
Yeah,
and then the whole point of like fossil Pokemon in the game is you find a fossil, you take it to the lab, they turn it into
and
a Pokemon.
then they turn it, and then
I
they
was
could
like, well, technically, you could repeat that process of
just
where
backwards.
it
Yeah.
gets like stuck in a tar pit again, and then we take that fossil and turn it back into a Pokemon again. But then I was like, well, you legitimately told me no on those.
Yeah,
And
I
you
did.
could've-
I
you could have
shouldn't
taken-
I could have taken
yeah.
them, but I was.
And I was like, well, the only thing that would make logical sense to me, even though I've never seen it happen,
Of course,
is if that thing jumps off a Slowbro.
I shouldn't have given you the extra helping hand.
Yeah.
Either way,
I wouldn't have got, because I was.
when you finally
said
worked your way,
Kyogre
you
and
finally
Groudon-
worked your way up to. You said every evolution of Slowbro,
Because they has like 5.
and I sat there and went, okay, he's on it. He has to tell me one.
You're going to hope I said Slow King. Or
Yeah, I was
something.
like, you have to tell me one, and
I was like, well, Gen 1 Slowbro.
yeah, and then I gave you fuck.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want next?
What are the difference between the Batman?
2 of them are questions about a character, one from the movie, one from a movie, and one from comics.
Can I ask what movie specifically?
Yeah, because
I have not seen the two
it's in the
versions.
question.
So I can't.
It's in the question
Yeah.
of what movie.
Is it Tim Burton? Is it anything pre-Nolan?
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, give me the comic one.
What was Mr. Freeze originally called in comics? Mr. Freeze.
See, fuck.
You already blanked on who Mr. Freeze is.
No,
didn't
I
you?
know who
Oh,
Victor
oh.
Freeze is.
I just yeah.
He's the scientist, but like, if it's not Victor Freeze, then I don't know. If Victor Freeze or Mr. Freeze. It's not Captain Cold, because that's the Flash.
That's a completely another character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, once they did the animated show, they just kept it as that because it was a way better origin. Are you double checking?
I just want to pull it up so I can make sure I.
Okay. I'm just gonna go freeze. Period. Just one word, freeze.
Final answer?
Yeah.
No.
What was it?
Mr. Zero.
That's dumb.
It's so dumb, but it's. He was originally called Mr. Zero in the comics, but the producers of the 1960s Batman television series renamed him Mr. Freeze and portrayed Batman, addressing him as Dr. Otto Scheivel, and the name quickly carried over to the comic books.
Thought it was. Oh, okay. Glad I didn't say
Television
Victor
show.
Freeze. Okay. So, what are the other 2 Batman questions?
The other one is specifically an event that happened in a movie, or something that happened in the movie, and the other is about an actor or actress across all media.
It's Kevin Conroy. No. Okay.
There was going to be a question about that, but I was like, no,
That's the only one I know that's played it in multiple things.
And then, of course, your One Piece is your other question.
That's such a wide. There, I could get caught. I need one to. hopefully you'll be nice.
I'm not nice. I'd really the fucking slow bro one, man. That one.
No, I'm talking about like if I get to 75. The book, I'll flat out say now,
Hmm.
the book I want is 79, and if you'll be nice,
We can, being that close to it,
I will
yeah.
pay the difference between 75
We take care
or
of the
whatever.
difference. Yeah, we can.
Um,
There's not like $100 book, and you're talking about me
Yeah.
spending it.
no.
Anything within $5 of our prices,
Okay.
if the other's willing to split the plus and tax, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
But you still gotta get another one, right?
One Piece. Batman
'Cause right now you're
movie.
sitting at a measly $40.
That is pre-Nolan. That could be Val Kilmer. And I'm blanking on the other. George Clooney and Michael Keaton. If you're talking about Batman. And I don't even know. I couldn't even name the villains from those movies. Well, it's not an actor's name. It's just
No.
what character did this.
It's something in the movie.
Okay. Well, I've seen Batman and Robin. But I haven't seen Kilmer or Michael Keaton movies yet.
I feel like I've seen the Kilmer movies.
I think I might have. It's Val
But
Kilmer.
I watched them so long ago that I didn't actually process probably what they were.
Which one?
I know I saw the Clooney ones.
See, that's my thing. I'm like, is Clooney the same one as? Because I've seen the two
Clooney-
where one
I can tell you that Clooney did
Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze.
Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze. And
Okay,
and
someone did.
And he had Robin.
Someone did Riddler
Which
and Two
Robin
Face.
and the Robin was the main guy in NCIS Los Angeles.
Okay.
The only reason, and I just know that's about, and then I know this because of the question I asked.
But the one that was Riddler and Two Face, is that Val Kilmer or is that one George Clooney too?
You talking about the Riddler that was
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey? And what was the other Batman? It's
There was
Val and who? It's not Clooney.
Michael Keaton is not Michael Keaton. I can tell you that.
Which one was Keaton? What was all his Batman?
That was the one that had the "You Can't Handle the Truth" guy as Joker.
Okay. Before you start weaseling yourself into some
Information.
me fucking up questions, you either commit to the question or I ask you another one. And then we can have a discussion about the Batmans. Because we're going to weasel it in and I'm going to fuck up.
Give me the character in a Batman movie.
What bird does the Penguin's vehicle look like in Batman Returns?
Let's see that one. If it's not a penguin, I'm going to be so fucking pissed off.
What is it?
I've never seen the movie. Whose car?
What bird does the Penguin's vehicle look like in Batman Returns?
I mean, the dummy answer I feel like is penguin. So I'm
Give me
going to
an
go... What's the scavenger bird that eats dead things on the side of the road?
I don't know.
Fuck it, penguin.
Penguin is incorrect.
That's what I figured.
It is a rubber ducky.
No, it does not. That is the stupidest fucking shit. I hate you, Tim Burton.
Only Tim Burton would put the penguin in a fucking boat that looks like a rubber ducky.
And people like that shit? Wait, did you say boat or car?
Huh?
You said car.
No, I didn't. I said boat.
You said car.
I did not say car.
I swear to God you said car.
I said vehicle.
God damn
Penguin's vehicle.
it. Okay. Fuck. Well, I guess I have nothing to do but bank the $40. What are the other two questions?
How many devil fruits are there in One Piece?
There's like way too many. I don't know.
I would
It's
give
like-
you 10 over under.
Okay.
Pick a number and I'll go 10 either way off of that. Since it doesn't matter.
I got like 70.
No. Apparently 191.
Yeah, I knew it was like way more than.
Which actor is the only person to have worn the Bat and Superman suit in a film different times? This actor wore once the Batman suit
In
a
the
movie.
same film?
No, in a different film. He once wore the Batman suit in one film, and he wore the Superman suit in a completely different film. He's apparently the only actor to have done this. And I will say he is an actor.
I feel like one is like a joke movie. That or they're both joke movie. Huh. Interesting. That doesn't specify that it's a Batman or a Superman movie. It's just two different movies.
It is only one actor has been in a bat suit.
Oh, I was about to say portrayed.
Has been in a bat suit.
Okay.
And has been in the Superman suit in two separate movies.
I don't know. Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna say Clooney, because he played Batman, and then he's been in a lot of rom-coms. So I'm gonna say Clooney.
Incorrect.
Who is it?
Ben Affleck.
What movie did he wear a Superman suit in?
Hollywoodland.
Never heard of it.
Of course not. He looks like a fucking goof.
I almost said him, but then I was like, no, he played Daredevil.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. Okay. God, you stepped it up this week.
I did.
You couldn't afford to buy an omnibus.
Couldn't afford to buy an omnibus.
You just got back from Disney. I guess that Miles Morales omnibus will just have to wait.
Just keep sitting there.
Yeah.
Just keep sitting.
Well,
maybe I can win it next month, and I can have it in my collection.
oh, you think you're going to have an easy quiz next month?
Not a fucking chance, dude. If I get one right next month,
I almost said it in front of you, but I was like, your next quiz is
death. My quiz is death.
Trivia on books we've read on the show.
I'm definitely screwed on that.
Going to like week 1.
Who is the artist in book Yada?
Oh, I'll keep it to like what happened in the...
Oh, I was about to say, dude, we start fucking around and going that deep. Neither one of us
because
would
then
ever get.
We'll start doing it
right.
out of spite.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck you.
Neither one of us would ever get another one right.
I'll keep it to the story, but fuck, I have $40. Put that on your Google document.
Woohoo! That might be the worst one we've done, isn't it?
No, they're your first Star Wars one. You only got one right.
Oh, that's right, because that one did suck.
Gold Leader.
That was such a weird. That
sucks. I really wanted that one. Well, that does it for this week.
Woo!
Next week we are reading Hellboy, Volume 1.
Hellboy, Volume 1.
We'll see you next Tuesday, and I won't have a new omnibus with me.
And Thomas will be crying.
Well, probably. All right. See you.
Bye.
Bye.